Good afternoon, my play scholars, and how are you today? So we started exploring birds this morning, and we built a bird ring and put it out on a bush or a tree so the birds have some food because it snowed. It snowed a lot, and right now they're having trouble finding food. In your supplies, there is this book with a great big bird on the front, and it says Thursday. Can you go get that book? I'll count to 10 while you go get it, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Run, back. Oh, my play scholars, I am so happy that you came to read with me today the book called Some Birds by Matt Spink. Now, the first thing we're going to do is take off the dust jacket. Do you remember the dust jacket is the paper that covers our book and it keeps our book clean? And we're going to set that aside because we don't need the dust jacket to read our book. So Miss M's going to get comfortable where you can see our book a little bit better. There we go. Some Birds by Matt Spink. He's the author and the illustrator, which means he wrote the words and drew these beautiful illustrations or pictures. Here we go. Oh, it's all purple. Some birds. Little wacky wonky bird, isn't it? It's like, what are you doing looking at me? Huh? What are you doing looking at me? Or is he looking at us? He says, I see you. Some birds are big. That is a big bird. And we only see his head. Imagine how big he must be if that's only his head. And some birds are small. So my goodness, look at the difference. Big and small. Let's turn the page. Is he laying down? Oh, the author's trying to trick us, the illustrator. We have to turn the book because it says some birds are just incredibly tall. Look how long his legs are. Oh my goodness. He has very long legs, just like a what? A flamingo. Yes, he has long legs like a flamingo. Okay. Some birds swoop. Oh, he looks like he's going fast, doesn't he? And maybe going down from the sky to the ground. And some birds squawk. Our crows squawk, but they go caw, caw, and they make a lot of noise, and we're like, oh, go away, birds. Yes, because they make a lot of noise. Some birds soar high. We see birds similar to this. We have hawks here in Rochester, and they soar way up high, and we see them in our skies. And some birds just walk. We see our pigeons on our street, don't we? And they walk down the sidewalk, and we'll try to go after them, and they just keep walking. Sometimes they don't fly away. And some birds waddle. Waddle means they go back and forth, similar to, yes, a penguin. Penguins waddle. They go waddle, waddle, waddle. And some birds hop. Have you ever seen the little birds out on your streets or in your tree? And they go down on the ground and they hop, 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 hop. Yes. And some birds eat worms until they go pop. Do you think a bird could eat so many worms that they'd pop like a balloon? I don't know. I think the author might be fooling us a little on that one. Some birds twitch. They twitch their head. They like, what you doing? And some birds tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. Their song sounds very sweet, doesn't it, when they tweet and we hear them. And some birds swim fast with webbed feet. Yes, ducks and swans and the geese down at the pond, they all have webbed feet. Yes, they swim very, very fast. And so do penguins, yes. Some birds flutter, flutter, flutter. They're sort of flapping their wings, but they're not all the way flapping and flying. And some birds flap. So that's when they really extend their arms, so or their wings, sorry, yes. His wings are just fluttering and his wings are flapping. Their wings are like our arms, aren't they? And some birds fly off to other parts to the map. So in the summertime, we have a lot of birds, and then when it gets wintertime, we don't have so many because some of them fly to where it is warmer, and then they come back when all the snow leaves in the spring. So right now, we don't have as many birds as we usually do. Some birds build nests away from sly cats. Do you see the cat's ears right there? And the bird, she has 2 eggs. I see that she's sitting on 2 eggs on her nest, and she's built it up high because that cat, it'll eat that bird. It says, yes, it's yummy. So birds build their nests way up high in trees. And some birds make holes with a rat-a-tat-tat. Yes, the woodpecker goes tap, 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 until they make a hole in the tree, and then they live in that hole. And yesterday we read the book Owl Babies, and they live a hole in the tree also, didn't they? Some birds are caged. We have some play scholars in our classroom that have a bird that stay in their house in a cage. Not all of them, but some. And they would not be able to let them go here because it's too cold out. But most birds are free. So there's a lot of birds outside our windows, aren't there? We see ducks and geese and woodpeckers and owls and blue jays and cardinals. Even in the wintertime, we have a lot of birds outside. A much better life, I'm sure you'll agree. It's a beautiful illustration, isn't it? It's like they're all taking flight into the sky, spreading their wings in all their beautiful colors. It's a very beautiful illustration. That end. So, some birds are big, and some birds are small, and some birds are tall, and some birds are short, and some birds can fly, and some birds can swim. Yes, there are so many different birds, but you know what's the same about all the birds? They have feathers. They have feathers, and that's what makes them a bird, is their feathers. Even on the penguin, we don't see it, but all that color, that white and black on a penguin, are tiny, tiny little feathers. So my friends, we also have one new song card for our songbook. My Play Scholars, this was in your learning supplies. Do you want me to count to 10 while you go get your song card? Okay, I can count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is called Little Bird. And it says, I saw a little bird go hop, hop, hop. I told the little bird to stop, stop, stop. I went to the window to say, how do you do? He shook his little tail feathers, and away he flew. Miss M's going to move her computer. Yep, I'm going to walk around the classroom I'm in so I can stand up and do this song one more time with you. So I'm going to back up. Are you ready? Okay. I saw a little bird go hop, hop, hop. I told the little bird, stop, stop, stop. I went to the window to say, how do you do? He shook his little tail feathers, and away he flew. Well, my Play Scholars, thank you so much for coming and reading Some Birds with me and learning a new song called Little Bird. Until tomorrow, Play Scholars. You got it.